had their own one bedroom, one bath, but it just worked out. But yeah, man, I just came. I knew God was calling me to come to Texas, and it was ironic because the way I knew to come was that my car was stolen at gunpoint. So crazy story. My God had told me I was coming to Texas. I told God if he needed me to come, he needed to show me the biggest side of my life. that I didn't believe that he was calling me to come to Texas. And I ended up going to Florida for family vacation, and I ended up going to a church there. And the pastor was preaching, and he said, God is sending you to a land flowing with milk and honey, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. And I told God, I said, you a lie. That is not true. I'm not going to Texas, because I thought the same thing. I thought they had cowboys and it was going to be something. Like, I just knew we was going to be riding on horses. Yeah. And got here, and in the process of that, I got home. On my way home, I told God, I said, God, if you want me to go to Texas, I need you to show me the biggest side of my life. I need you to write on the wall, because I can't miss you. Like, I'm so in love with God until wherever he tells me to go, I'll go. Wherever he tells me to do it, I'm going to do it. So I get home, and this guy, there's a group of them that hold me up at gunpoint. And he tells me, he says, turn around and go. And the second time he said it, I knew it in his voice. I was like, Peter, Jesus, is it you? Yeah. Hit me coming to the water, you know? And I heard him say, turn around and go. Now, the crazy thing was my cousin was with me. He was at the front door of my house, and he never heard anything. My neighbors was upstairs, wide awoke, they say, and nobody heard me. They missed all of it. Everybody missed it all. Wow. And so I was like, God, that was a good sign. But me and my dumb self said, God, I need one more sign, though, one more sign. So the next day when they brought me a rental car, it was this blue Kia Rio. And guess what kind of tags it had on it? Texas. And I said, Lord, I'm on my way. And so that happened about 13 years ago, and God sent me to Texas, and he told me, when you come to Texas, your job is to plant a church. And I thought my church was going to be in Austin, and God was like, nope. So I ended up moving to Houston, got planted there, and got married there, and been happily married. Beautiful wife, Vanessa, 3 beautiful children, Emmanuel, Leah, and Hannah. And we've been happily married for 10 years. So God is faithful.
Awesome.
So,
That's awesome. Yeah. Coming to Texas is quite the story for you.
I'm telling you, Doc, it's a story.
You know, I have a story, but it don't involve guns at all. It does not involve guns in the least bit. My story was a lot more mellow, you know, but that's actually really awesome. Yeah. So, you mentioned, this year being pretty much a life-changing year for you.
Oh, yeah.
You said before this year, you were feeling like you were just done with this whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What led you to feel that way?
So 9 years ago, my mom died. And my mom died with a chronic disease that could have been cured. Okay? And it wasn't until she died that I found out that it could have been fixed.
Wow.
So I am 23 years old, my mother's pastor, having to bury my mother at the age of 23.
Hey, what you just saw is a clip from our show, How Pastors Are Made, where we go through the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups and the downs of becoming a pastor. We appreciate you for watching. Pretty please hit that like button and definitely hit the subscribe button. If there's a pastor that you want us to speak to, please let us know. If you enjoyed this conversation, then the link to the entire conversation is in the description. Also, we have plenty more conversations with other pastors. We would love for you to watch those as well. If there's a pastor you want us to speak to, again, let us know who the pastor is. If you are a pastor watching this and you want to tell your story on how pastors are made, there's a link in the description. It gives us a little bit of information so that we can contact you and schedule a date to record so you can have the next episode of How Pastors Are Made. With that being said, God bless you. We love you all. Find somebody and find a way to do something good.